2026 Suzuki Swift. Just hearing that name might bring a smirk to the face of any car enthusiast who remembers what this sprightly little hatchback has stood for over the years. Agility, affordability, and just enough attitude to make even the mundane drive feel like a burst of excitement. But this is not the Swift you remember. The 2026 Suzuki Swift is here to shake things up, once again proving that you don't need a luxury badge or a bank-draining price tag to get a car that's full of life, loaded with tech, and sharp enough to turn heads on any street corner. So buckle up, because what we're about to dive into is more than just a review. It's a reintroduction to a legend. Right from the first glance, the 2026 Swift grabs your attention with its redesigned silhouette. It's unmistakably Swift in its proportions, but everything has been sharpened, smoothed, and subtly beefed up. Suzuki has taken the evolutionary route. They didn't reinvent the hatchback, they refined it. The front fascia now features a more prominent grille, flanked by sleeker, full LED headlamps with a smoked-out effect that adds a dose of aggression. A sculpted hood gives it a sporty presence, and the reworked bumper, with its angular air intakes, hints at something a little more premium under the surface. Along the sides, the familiar compact profile remains intact, but it's now more aerodynamic, with crisp character lines and a floating roof design that gives the illusion of movement even when the car's parked. Those new alloy wheel designs, available in 16 and 17 inches depending on the trim, complete the look, while the rear end gets a chic update with L-shaped LED taillights and a chunky rear bumper that doesn't overpromise, but certainly doesn't underdeliver. Step inside, and you'll immediately feel how Suzuki has matured the Swift from a budget hatchback into something that dances on the line between playful and polished. The interior is all new and all about balance, youthful but grown up. The layout is intuitive. The materials a noticeable step up from the outgoing model, and the overall fit and finish feel like Suzuki really paid attention to user feedback. The dashboard now flows more organically, dominated by a 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system that sits high for easy access and visibility. It's responsive, crisp, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a must-have for this tech-savvy generation. Beneath it, the climate control system now features physical toggle switches and knobs, a nod to functionality that we deeply appreciate. Comfort hasn't taken a back seat either. The seats, now with improved bolstering and a more supportive cushion structure, are a blessing on long drives. Depending on the variant, you'll find fabric, leatherette, or premium cloth upholstery, all with contrasting stitching for that sporty flair. The rear seats still comfortably accommodate 2 adults, 3 if needed, and Suzuki has managed to carve out a bit more legroom and headroom compared to the previous generation, thanks to smart packaging and a slightly longer wheelbase. The boot space, while not cavernous, is practical, with a flat loading lip and a split folding rear bench to expand cargo capacity when needed. Under the hood, Suzuki has made some intriguing choices. The 2026 Swift comes with a new generation 1.2-liter Z-Series 3-cylinder petrol engine, producing around 82 horsepower and 108 Nm of torque. On paper, those numbers won't set your pulse racing, but paired with a lightweight chassis and Suzuki's clever tuning, the Swift feels sprightly and alive. It's the kind of car that rewards spirited driving, with nimble handling, a tight, turning radius, and that go-kart-like feel that Swift fans have always cherished. The engine is now mated to either a 5-speed manual transmission, which is still delightfully engaging, or a CVT that's been recalibrated for smoother acceleration and better fuel economy. Speaking of which, Suzuki claims an impressive 24-26 km/h, thanks in part to mild hybrid technology that supports the engine during acceleration and recovers energy during braking. For those eyeing safety and daily practicality, the 2026 Swift steps up with Suzuki's latest suite of driver assistance features. This includes adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, and blind spot monitoring, features that were once the reserve of cars costing twice as much. Add to that 6 airbags, ABS with EBD, electronic stability, control, and ISOFIX mounts in the back, and you've got a city car that doesn't cut corners when it comes to keeping its occupants safe. Tech doesn't stop at the touchscreen either. The Swift now includes a customizable digital instrument cluster on higher variants, keyless entry with push-button start, auto-folding mirrors, rear parking camera with dynamic guidelines, and even a wireless charging pad for your smartphone. And yes, Suzuki has finally given the Swift proper sound insulation, making it noticeably quieter on highways, even with that enthusiastic engine humming beneath the bonnet. Now let's talk pricing, because this is where the Swift reasserts its roots as the people's hatchback. Suzuki has kept things sharp here, with the base model starting at just under $18,000 and the top-end variant touching the $23,000 mark. It's an excellent value proposition when you consider what you're getting. A stylish, well-equipped, efficient, and fun-to-drive hatchback that feels more refined than ever before. Of course, customization is part of the charm with the Swift. Suzuki offers a slew of personalization options, from contrasting roof colors to unique alloy designs, interior color packs, and even ambient lighting choices. It's not just a car anymore, it's your statement on wheels. So who is the 2026 Suzuki Swift really for? The first-time car buyer who wants their ride to feel like more than just transportation. The urban commuter who values efficiency but doesn't want to sacrifice driving. Fun. The young family that wants reliability wrapped in a compact, stylish shell. And perhaps even the nostalgic driver who once owned an older Swift and is now curious, can lightning strike twice? Spoiler alert, it can, and it has. The 2026 Suzuki Swift is more than just a refresh. It's a refinement of what made the car so loved in the first place. It doesn't scream for attention but earns it. It doesn't try to be something it's not, but instead excels at being the best version of itself. In a world of bloated crossovers and overpriced compacts, the Swift remains refreshingly honest. Compact in size, massive in personality, and unmistakably fun. If you're looking for a car that feels alive, connected, and unburdened by the trends of the moment, this is it. The Swift is back, and it's better than ever. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Suzuki Swift, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth reviews, and drop a comment below. Would you? Pick the new Swift as your next ride? Until next time, keep your engines revving and your roads twisty.